Hey guys, this is Advanced Repair Scandinavia. Today we have a MacBook M1 A2337 battery replacement. So we're gonna walk you through step by step how to replace the battery for a MacBook A2337. If you don't identify your MacBook, you can flip from behind and you will find your number right there, or the serial number as well. So we're gonna walk you through how to replace your battery. Today we're gonna use the various screwdrivers for the battery replacement. We have a T2 and a 1.2, also known as the T5 or the P5, sorry. And we will need tweezer as well for the adhesive in the battery, including the speakers, because we're gonna disassemble the speakers as well. So, and we're gonna need the sponge as well for the process. We're gonna use a 1.2, also known as the P5, to remove all the screws from the back cover. I always begin from the bottom. Now the screws are out, so I use a suction cup to just pull the back cover. People have different methods, but this is the most safest that I find out to take out the back cover. And now we have the battery in front of us. So what we need to do right now, we need to pull out the battery connector from the motherboard to avoid any further damage or any short circuit from the motherboard. So I use a sponger, and this is a plastic that is more safer to just pull the battery cover and just pull it out and pull it, then we're good to go. So the battery is out from the motherboard. Next we're gonna disconnect the trackpad. We have two screws on the metal sheet that is connected with the trackpad. So we just need to disconnect it by taking up the two screws. I always make sure I put the screws close to each other so we don't mix them. We use a tweezer and pick up the metal shield and make sure we pull it with a sponger. I always avoid using the metal because of any damage on the motherboard. So there we have a little glue. I'm just gonna warm it up a little bit for 230 with airflow for 30 to make sure we lose the adhesive that is connected on the trackpad to the battery. We just pull it a little bit so we don't destroy the flex that is connected to that is on the battery. Good, so we're good to go. So next what we want to do is to disconnect the speakers on the both sides so we can have access to take out the adhesive from the batteries. So what I do, I disconnect the speakers first, just pull it out using a sponger. You need to be careful so you don't break anything on the motherboard. So that is safe. And the next one, we need to take out the metal shield that is connected on the motherboard is to the speakers. So what we do, we just make sure we take out the screws, and the method I always use is to make sure I put the screws in the same direction that I take them, so I know that I'm gonna put them back in the same place, so I don't mix them up because they are in different sizes. So now we have room to disconnect the speaker on the motherboard using a sponger as well. So now we have two screws on the side that is guiding the speakers. So we need to take them out. So I always make sure the screws that I take them out, I put them in the same direction that I can take them back to when I'm closing, when I'm doing the assembling, so I don't mix them up. So now we're gonna take out the adhesive that is beneath the speakers. So I'm gonna show you the best method on how to do this. I've seen many people who always try to do it and they mess it up, and this is how we're gonna mess it up. So what I do is I always make sure I pull out the adhesive with it using the tweezer, and what I do is I make sure this one was a little bit okay, good. I make sure I pull it on the side, because when you pull them straight they just break. So what I do is I pull them on the side, make sure it goes all the way to the side. Yes. So now you just have to just draw it and try to bring it close to you, making sure it's very close to the tweezer, and just pull it on the side. And when you pull it on the side, and then you have control, like you can see what I'm doing. You just keep just pull it, and they are very weak. When you pull them just straight forward, they're just gonna break. Good. So you can see this was done, and we can just pull the speakers. So we're gonna do the second one just like we did the first one. So using the tweezer, make sure you have a good grip on the tape and try to pull it. Oh, I break it. Oh no. But I'm gonna try to make sure I just have a little grip. But the idea is to make sure we take it to the side. When you take it to the side, like you can see, we just pull it. Make sure we have control. Pull it, just pull it, and there we go. Though it breaks, but I had a control, so we're good to go. And now we need to make sure we take out the adhesive from the speakers, sorry, from the battery. So we have 3 of them, so we need to make sure we pull them out like we did with the speakers. So just grab the tweezer and grab it with the adhesive and just pull. Make sure you pull it all the way down. Don't take it up. When you take it up, you break it. Just like that. So now we're done with the first one, so we can take the other one, the other side, sorry, and we just need to pull like we did with the first one. When you pull, don't pull it up, make sure you pull it all the way down. So now we have the battery a little bit loose, so we have 2 screws on the side of the battery that need to be removed. The 2 screws, we need to take them out so we can lose the battery. The 2 screws, we're gonna take them out. So we're gonna lose the 2 screws. So I make sure I put the screws in a place where I know I'm gonna keep them back so I don't mix them up. So now the screws are out. We just need to pull the battery. Yes, so the battery is out from the MacBook, as you can see. So we're gonna use a double-sided tape to put where we're gonna connect the battery. So what I do, I just measure it and I make sure I place them in the right place. This is double adhesive. I need to make sure I have the right measurement. We're gonna do it on the other side. So now this is done. We're gonna try to take the new battery. We're gonna peel off the double-sided tape. We'll do it on the other side. So we're gonna try to put the battery in place. So what I do is I make sure I connect the battery first before I sit down the battery on the glue, because sometimes when you connect the battery without doing so, you cannot have the right measurement for the connector. So I connect the battery first to make sure I have everything under control so it's connected. So I just need to make sure I look on the right and on my left to make sure the screws connectors are in place, and I just place the battery. So we disconnect the battery again for safety reasons. Pull it, and now the battery is connected. It's in the right place, so we can put the screws. So the screws are in place. So we connect the crystal. So now they are connected. So now we're gonna try to connect the speakers. So with the speakers, I have another type of adhesive that I use, that they are more stronger. It's a double-sided as well. I bought this from Amazon. So we just need to measure the right place where we're gonna connect the adhesive. So we just measure it and we're gonna cut it off and measure the right size. So what I do is I make sure I put it first before I cut it. I don't want to make it too short or too long. So I just need to make it to be the exact size that I need. I'm sorry you can't see so much, but we just measure the right size and we just cut it off, so we just fit. So we can just peel off the side. So with this as well, we're just gonna do same like the first one. We measure on the side. And make sure we measure the right size. We just cut it off. So now we're gonna put the speaker back. We connect first. What I do, I connect first and I make sure the speaker is in the right position. The screws are visible, or where to put the screws are visible, before I make sure I press it on the right position. So what I do, I connect the speaker first. We go to the second one and take out the shade. And with this, I do like what I did on the first one. Make sure I connect it first and put the right position before I place it. And I just make sure I put some little pressure so it can be still. So now we're just gonna put the metal shield. So now we're done with the metal sheet. So we need to make sure we return the screws that we took from the speakers. So we put the screws back. So now everything's in place. Make sure everything sits in the right position. Lastly, what I do is I connect the battery. Make sure I put the safety. So now we need to put the back cover. So if you can see on the screws that we have on the map, the screw with the longer screws go in the middle. We have the shorter ones and we have the longer ones. The longer ones go in the middle and the short ones go on the side. So we use the longer ones on the middle. So if you mistakenly mix them, you can need to see on the tutorial, the longer ones go on the middle. We need to make sure we put them in the right place. Now that the screws are in place, so we just need to make sure we check the MacBook to see if everything is working as it should. By doing so, we need to connect the power supply to see if we're gonna have a boot from the MacBook. Yes, we have an Apple logo, shows that everything was fine, the battery replacement was good. Thank you guys for watching, and if you have any similar problems, you can do it by yourself. Contact us, we're gonna help you. We do mobile phone repairs and all sort of repairs that you know. If you have a data recovery, we can help you as well. So check the link below and contact us. Ciao. Thanks.